Why does it take so long?
5 seconds is long. Before we start, if you're watching,
Don't explain it. They don't care.
They don't care. Do they care about this guest, though?
Yes, Craig, who do we have?
Oh, let me tell you who we have. We have Ashley Mauldin. Perpetually pays it forward, fabulously, fantastically, flawlessly.
Ooh, what about ferociously?
Buckle up. It's the Insurance Dudes Podcast.
Boom. Boom. Oh, man, I was looking down.
Oh, look at that. Ashley Mauldin.
That's me.
Ashley.
I said it right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Most people, man, I get so many mispronunciations of my name. Like, is there a Miss Maudlin in?
Maudlin? How about
Sorry.
Mauldin?
Yes. Mauldin, Maudlin, Mauldin. I'm sorry, there's nobody here by that name.
Yeah, we start every episode with Jason. Mr. Jason.
The one question of what was your first concert? Go all the way back to Barney if that I'm waiting for somebody to say Barney.
All the way back.
My first concert
Yes.
was Modest Mouse.
Oh, it's a real concert. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That's a cool one.
What do you think is the most challenging?
Managing people. For me, at least.
We've heard that before.
Yeah. Yes.
So when did you take over the agency?
December of 2016, December 1st.
And so you came into this and you're just like, what was the first initial month like?
Well, I didn't get a lot of sleep. And at the time, so, my husband works in the oil and gas industry. He's a petrophysicist, so petroleum engineering. He's, smart guy that spends his day doing spreadsheets and looking at all this kind of fancy stuff that I don't understand. So he travels, he travels a lot. He travels to the Middle East, Saudi Arabia. They just got finished doing a huge project for Aramco. And so at the time, we were living in DFW, like Dallas, Fort Worth area. The agency is in Amarillo, which is about 320 miles away. He was in Saudi Arabia when I actually took over the agency. So wow. I was here with my kids, doing all of that by myself while he was, on the other side of the planet. And so that first month was very challenging. We were living with his parents because we didn't have a house here yet. And so, yeah. Draining our bank account till I got my first commission check, and then, about 4 or 5 months after I took over the agency, I ended up with shingles because I was so stressed. So that's kind of when I was like, okay, I need to take a step back and kind of figure out the balance of things because, my health is being affected at this point, and I'm barely 6 months into this. I can't keep doing this to myself.
Yeah. So you've moved on. I mean, you're definitely in a different place now at the agency. How did you get from that part that was incredibly difficult and time consuming to where you are now?
Well, I mean, I've gone through, lots of difficult times in my life. And so I try to always keep the mindset of, this is only a season. It's not going to be like this forever. And just continuing to pursue and be objective about your situations and realize that, if I don't want it to be like this forever, it doesn't have to be. How can I change it? How can I make all the areas of my life work cohesively and work together rather than just running myself ragged and then I burn out and then I'm making careless mistakes because I'm not thinking clearly. And it's really just keeping that mindset of this isn't going to last forever. I'll figure it out and being proactive about figuring it out.
So what is some of that advice that when you finally did reach out, what was some of the best advice that you got?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. I've gotten lots of really good advice. I would say, you know, the one that I hear the most and that's been the most helpful is control what you can control. You know, I mean, we hear that so often, but it's really true. You know, there are things in life, there are things in business, in your personal life and relationships that you can control. And there are things that you cannot control. One thing you can control is how you react to situations. So am I going to let a situation stress me out and upset me and hurt me personally? Or am I going to, you know, try to be proactive and not let it bother me and just keep going? You know what I mean? That's, you know, you just have to kind of wash your hands of things at some time. Like, this is not something that I can control. So, you know, whatever will be, will be.
Well, we know you're super busy and you've got the 2 businesses. So we appreciate your time to come on with the agent interviews. We go pretty quick and it's been awesome. It's just great to connect and good to see you again. Haven't talked to you in a while. So,
I know. It's been crazy.
Hey, you've got to check out the Insurance Dudes Inner Circle coming soon, where you get extended interviews as well as live coffee talks in our private Facebook group. Join the mailing list today at theinsurancedudespodcast.com. Hey, thanks for checking out The Insurance Dudes. Hey, please subscribe. We got some really great stuff coming out.